How to trade pullbacks with anchored VWAP. That's what this video is all about. I'll show you my swing point VWAP strategy, which is ideal for trending market. The goal is simple: don't chase the move. Wait for the pullback, get a better entry and trade with the trend. So let's get to the chart. What this setup is all about is that you look at the chart and you want to identify the most important or prominent swing point on that chart. A swing point that every trader that's trading the same chart as you do sees as well, all right? In this example, that would be this swing point, right? It's the most prominent place on the chart. So you anchor the VWAP there, you anchor it to the candle which formed the high. That would be this candle. This formed the high of that swing point, so you anchor the VWAP there, and then you wait for pullbacks. And here there's a first pullback, and that means that you go short from there, because the price was below the VWAP, and when it hit the VWAP, you go short from there. The reason that the price is reacting there is that because what the VWAP represents, it is the fair price or the average price, right? Since this place, since this important swing point, right? So that's what the VWAP represents, a fair price. And the reason why there's a reaction is that sellers want to sell here for a fair price. They don't want to sell, for example, from here, because they would be selling too cheap. They want to sell for a fair price. And this is not just people trading, those are algorithms or big trading institutions. By the way, VWAP or anchored VWAP is one of the most used indicator that algos or big trading institutions use. Anyways, all those institutions, all those traders, all those algorithms, they want to sell for a fair price, which is represented by VWAP. That's why the price reacts here, right? So that's why you go short from there, from the place where the price hits the VWAP. And then again, another opportunity is to go short from this place. Then another pullback is in here, so another opportunity for a short. And then another short is in here. All those reactions are triggered by the VWAP and sellers that want to sell for this fair price or for the average price. And it is the fair price since this very important place most traders on this chart base their trading decisions around, right? That's the logic behind it. That's why this works. Now here's another example. Take a look at this chart, and right here, this is the most prominent swing point here, right? Because this is basically where the downtrend ended and uptrend started. So this is the most important place, most important swing point on this chart. And everybody who is trading on this chart, on this instrument and on this time frame sees that. And they base their trading decisions around that, right? So you anchor the VWAP there to that candle that formed the low. That would be this candle. You anchor the VWAP there and then you trade pullbacks. Since the price went up from this point, you wait for this pullback and go long from there, right? Another long trade opportunity would be in here. Long from this place and then long from this place. What the institutions or the algos want to do here is they want to buy for a fair price, right? The price is moving up, but they don't want to buy, for example, in here. That would be, too expensive. It's not a fair price. At this point, it was not a fair price because at this point, fair price was represented by a VWAP, right? So they want to buy for a fair price. That means from this place, right? Again, next place where the price hits the VWAP, or in other words, the fair or average price is in here. So this is where more of the buying orders get triggered and those guys go long. And so should you, because you should trade along with the big guys who move and manipulate the market, right? Don't try to go against them, you want to trade with them. Now, this is the last example of the swing point anchor. In this case, again, you can see that there's very prominent low, which is where a downtrend turned into an uptrend. So what you do is you anchor the VWAP to the candle that formed the low. That's this candle. You anchor the VWAP there, and then you wait for the pullbacks. The price went up, so this is where you go long, and from this place another long and another long, right? Every time the price hits the VWAP, there's an opportunity for you to go long, because chances are that the price will react there. All right?